sort of mixed start to the season, but they'll be there or thereabouts at the end of the season, you would expect.
I'm sure their expectations will be that. A team that obviously got beaten in the playoffs. Got some very, very good players, an experienced manager who play a certain way, haven't changed. The philosophy will remain the same with Carl in charge. So it'll be a tough game.
Yeah, they were scheduled to have a game at Crewe on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I think they had an internal game instead.
Yeah.
I guess for them it must have been frustrating, lastminute.com, that was called off. But they've obviously got their mindset right for this game, I'd imagine.
Well, they're two different days, two different games. Obviously, I'm sure it wouldn't have been ideal for them to have the game called off so late. That's twice and they've had the game called off. We've had a long enough break. They want to play games, and it was a home fixture for them, and they probably would have fancied getting a result. So they had an in-house game, but it's not going to be the same as playing in a competitive match. But it means they've had a good week to prepare for us.
In terms of your squad, obviously you had a reserve game on Tuesday. First half very, very good, wasn't it, against a decent QPR side?
Yeah, it was a very level playing field in terms of age. In fact, I think we were a little bit younger, and that's what I wanted because I knew they'd be young. And the more senior players I didn't want to play. They just did a training session with the rest of the group on Tuesday morning. So it was an ideal game for the younger group to play. They were excellent first half, very, very, very good. Bobby Compton came back his first 45 minutes since February, I think. He was excellent, really good performance. And there was some real positives. Second half, we didn't find a way of getting out of their press. They were a lot more aggressive. We lost a little bit of rhythm to our game, but fortunately got a late equaliser. So I said to the players, look, take the first half performance out of that, and we have to find a way of finding solutions to problems that the opposition give us. But credit to QPR, they were a lot more aggressive in the second half. But no, there was lots to take out of the game.
Yeah, with regards to Bobby Coppin, as you say, it's the first game he's played since February. Is he one that ideally you'd want to go out on loan, but probably fitness-wise you need to get more legs into him?
Yeah, there's quite a few clubs who'd want to take him. He came back in the summer. He'd gone away obviously during the lockdown and got himself extremely fit. Physically, he looks fantastic. And then obviously we've had the one or two different issues with him, which have been unfortunate. But he's overcome them, thankfully. And he looks good. He's in a good place. We'll want to get more minutes into him. The problem now is obviously this is the start of the run of Saturday, Tuesday games. So we've got until tomorrow, or possibly we've got beyond that because we can obviously loan him out to non-league. So we want to keep him for a little bit longer, then I'll speak to the boy and see where we go with it.
One player that obviously has left this week, George Boyd. I know we spoke earlier on in the week, but important for him, probably for his long-term playing aspirations, is to allow him to be a free agent, so it gets him the opportunity to get a club before the deadline. Yeah,
there was a lot of things to take into it, for George and for the club. Obviously, I think the best scenario has happened for both. His salary and within the salary cap, we just couldn't get it there. Again, but also he needs to play regular football at the age he's at, and he wasn't getting regular football here for whatever reason. And we've obviously brought in Sammy back, brought Broom in. The emergence of Flynn Clark has meant it's been very difficult for George. So footballing wise, his position, as you've seen against Fulham, his best position is as a 10. So I feel the club and George have made the right decision between them in terms of he now is a free agent, and there's obviously more chance of him getting a club, which we all want because he wants to continue playing. So I'm hopeful that he gets a club. We wish him all the best. We've ended in very good terms. He understands the situation, although he is frustrated with it, but he understood it, and we move on, and he'll always remain a club legend.
A player that has retired, Gabby Zakwani, I think was in the coaching dugout for Spalding United this week. He's been trying to get George to play for him. He's got no chance of that. But Gabby in the dugout, can you see that?
Yeah, he's a very enthusiastic boy, Gabby, and a great lad. And his knowledge of football should be good. He's a good experience, but he's got that enthusiasm that rubs off. Once as a coach or a manager, whatever it is, you need to be enthusiastic. That's the first thing I look for whenever I see the coaches, the younger coaches, the coaches doing the younger groups. I always look and see what enthusiasm they've got, because if you're not enthusiastic, then it's hard to get that over to the players. So he'll bring that in an abundance. So that's a starting point, and a good starting point.
Jack Taylor played 75 minutes for Ireland. What's the protocols now with him?
Well, the EFL protocol is he needs to be tested, which he was this morning. he will get his results tonight, and we hope obviously he's negative, and then he just cracks on as normal tomorrow.
In terms of other selection issues for the weekend,
No.
you clear?
Totally touch wood, everyone's fit.